Well, good day. It's kind of a good day because I'm here doing my YouTube thing. I had a rough spell. I ended up 2 weeks ago in the emergency room with a heart attack. And it set me back a little. Now I got plenty of medication, pill boxes, stuff I never had before. So clearly I need your help of those in the villages. I'm going to need to find a really good doctor or two when I move to the villages permanently. As most of you know, I am part-time. And so any help in the comments below regarding doctors and that kind of thing as I move there, especially ones that have dealt with a heart attack. I'm glad to report I'm okay. But it was a scare, and it was an eye-opener that I'm in the retirement age, just like many of you. So you can take things for granted. You can have blood tests galore, and they don't show any problems. You can even have EKGs that don't show any problems, and I ended up still with a problem. I ended up having 2 stents put in. Yay. Not great news. It's a little depressing, but it also may be a little motivation that I'm not invincible. But I thank you guys as subscribers for tuning in. Today's video is a little bit, it's not about that. I just needed to get it off my chest. It was pretty heavy on my chest when I went through it. So off my chest is kind of funny. Let's get right to the video. I wanted to help those that are looking for an inexpensive place in the villages. And they're there. They are there. And so I'm going to go through a couple of research. I'm going to use my iPad and my screen and see what we can find for inexpensive homes. I pulled up Zillow. Now this is the old section. Let's go to this one, 178. Very nice shot. Sold in 21 for $178,000. Their estimating is 229. Those houses have gone up substantially. And this is kind of the north section. If you cross over and you kind of go into where the Spanish Springs area is, you can still see that houses take a jump. They go from where they were selling in 21, 20 for 100. Now they're worth 235. You probably have the same scenario here. Now this one sold in 2019 for 235. They're estimating it's worth $380,000. That's a jump if you trust Zillow's estimates. But again, if we're looking for homes for sale, let's just filter by we only want houses, no apartments, no condos, no. We'll leave manufactured depending on how they rate it. And we want for sale. All right. So let's go back to that older section where we were. And there's one right there for $200,000. Clearly kind of the manufactured home, but for $199,900, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. That's kind of what it looks like. But that's for under $200,000. So that's in the older section. Say you want to spend $259,000. Okay, again, kind of the carport and manufactured home. When you get into $259,000 and those kind of prices, let's move more towards the villages. There's Spanish Springs. You can see the prices jump up substantially when you cross over the 441 that kind of breaks that northern section as the villages move south. But when you get towards Sumter Landing. Yeah, finding anything under 380 is going to be next to impossible. Let's just look more of the northern section. There's a lot here for sale. There's one here for $177. The price was cut $8,000, and it's currently for sale for $177. This will get you a home in the Villages. The thing that you have to deal with here is, for this price range, when you're trying to deal under the $200,000 mark, you really have to, you're going to struggle. So let's take a look at the Villages app. So let's look at the patio villas. Now, these are brand new homes, and they have open houses tomorrow. And as you can see, many of these, there's one here. This one is a one-car garage, $222,000. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 974 square feet. And when you look at these pictures, the Villages does a very nice job. For $222,000, I recognize you're getting less than 1,000 square feet. But I think you kind of have to take the whole thing into account, that this is what you're getting. You're still getting a master bedroom with its own bath. You're getting a garage that's 12.4 by 22. So it's got a little extra length if you look at it. So I think you're going to be able to easily put a golf cart in there with a car. So it won't be too tight. And then you have the extra bedroom off the front with a regular, and then you have a good 12.7 by 16 living area and a dining room, and then the kitchen. So this is a pretty, you can move to the Villages for brand new, one car plus golf car garage. So that's that forward. I like that. Most people in the Villages only have one car, unless you're young. This is kind of a small but comfortable. You'll have to downsize, but I think this is a pretty good situation for somebody who's really looking in to get it in at a lower price. And that's what the villas give you. Oh, here's another one, $221,000. Let's look at the floor plan. Let's see if it's different or the same. Looks identical. Looks identical for the layout. 974. Looks identical to the last one. And looks very nice. You have to understand too, these homes are long, but there's a nice living room, dining room. I recognize this is the size of some apartments, but you're in the Villages. And this is the village of DeLuna. There's one for $228,000. There's another one for $232,000. This one gives you a little more square footage. Let's just take a look. So it looks like the patio villas, there's a lot right now on the market in this development. And if price is the number one thing, you can get in here for under $250,000. Just keep in mind, one car. The layout of this one is similar but different. You can see the bathrooms on the back side. There's actually a bedroom is on the other side. So that's an interesting layout. It's an interesting layout. But this is how I would look for a home that, as I recommended in another video, I would really look at all of these that are coming out. Now, when you're at 230, this is where you'll struggle. When you can realize that you can bump up for $30,000 more, and you can move into, 1,200 square feet, bigger bathroom, double sinks in the master bath. You do have the second bedroom, but a much bigger living area and the 2-car garage. And that kind of goes up to the next size in your patio villas. And this is also in the village of DeLuna. So it's going to matter because these are all being released and all coming for sale. So you spend a little bit more than $250, you can get a 2-car garage and a bigger living room and a bigger master bath. 1,200 square feet, that's a pretty good size. Depends what you're coming from. And that's without the garage. Again, another 231, 241. I'm kind of looking for a different design. Here's 268. Another 1,200 square foot. Looks like it's a corner lot. Sitting area. A lanai area looking out. Very nice. Very nice if you look at this. So this video is to show you that you don't have to get a $400,000 home. You can be in the villages for a lot less. I'm just curious now that these run all the way to $300,000. When you get into the $300,000, you're getting the full 2-car garage. This emerald here, let's just look at the square footage, 1,400 square foot. So that's a really good size. If you look at the layout of the this is a very different I wanted to look at, that's a flyer. I didn't see the map. This actually looks like a pre-owned home for $314. And yes, it definitely looks like a pre-owned home with the furniture in there in DeLuna. I'm kind of partial to the Patriots flag. But 314. But here's what I want to do is I want to get out of here, go back. Those are patio villas. The cottage cottage villas. Let's just take a look at, these are pretty big. Let's look at this one here. Available homes, nothing. Available homes. Now this is what you're going to find sometimes. You may like one of these homes, the At Ease or the Anchor or About Time, and you're just not going to find it available because that's not one of the ones they've built yet. But that's how I would look. If you're looking for an inexpensive or lower price home, it's really hard. The under 200,000 is rare, and most of those are not in the villages when you do the Zillow search. I don't believe there's anything in the villages newly built for under 200, but you could see quite a few at 220. So they're still available. They're smaller square footage. 260, you're going to increase the square footage. Just get the Villages app and take a look. And I stopped the recording. But I think you get the picture.